Well, it's on RideAlong, so it's happening here.
Came over here. What does it mean? You know, I grew up in what I guess you call a typical family.
We break all the stories, and that's just a fact. And that's why everyone has a story to tell.
Ridealonglive, I mean, yeah, it's a real deal.
Hello there. Let me introduce you to the Nutmeg Band. Playing in the background is the latest release, Take Me to a Party.
Take me to a party.
This music is now available on leading online stores. So please, pick up your copy today and tell all your friends about it. Get your copy now.
Take me to a party.
All right. It's that time again. Yeah, it's that beautiful time again. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to Ridealonglive for today. It's a beautiful Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. As you guys come in, share the thing and say I share it, and say I share. Put it on a page, put it in a group. Wendy, how you doing? Pick up yourself, Wendy. Thank you so much. Akeem, you know, my producers told me that we're gonna be doing something like next week because there are some loyal fans up inside of here, right? I mean, I see you guys sometime. You guys hear me even before I get notification or notify on the program. You're just here. Gotta big you guys up. Thank you so much for joining us every day. Lacey J, how you doing? I hope everything is good. I hope everything is great. Let me go ahead and share it over on my side as well, guys. Because today, we're gonna have a conversation that I know that governments, politicians, everybody is interested to find out about. And we have a panel, a very, 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 very powerful panel today, guys. That I'm very sure is very influential in all the opinions and position that they take and they may take on the program here today. So you want to be a part of this conversation, and I know that this is going to be shared in many different forums on platforms to analyze and understand what's going forward. Anyway, guys. Also, before we go forward, which I want to dedicate most of the program, let's see how you're doing most of the program towards the discussion. Earlier, I put out a video. Yesterday, I put out a video about a project that we're doing in 2022, guys. It's our new short film project called Riders Lane, and we have a script that's circulating. So we want you guys to participate. If you want to put your voice to the script, it's circulating. Just do something to it, guys. We're giving away $250 US dollars to the winner, and all the information how you can enter everything is on the page. You can check it out. Also, Want to big up these people right here from Island Flags right here. Island Flags, big up all yourself. Island Flags just came out with this brand new adhesive flags pack where you could you could stick it on your bumper or you could stick it in your house, wherever. It's all the different Caribbean islands represented right here on a flag. Island Flags.
No.
Big up all yourself. Big up all yourself, Island Flags. All right? Okay. Lacey J, big up yourself. All right. I see everybody share. Yvonne Peters, big up yourself. Big up yourself. All right, so let's bring in the panel, guys. Let's drop them in, bring them in. Right over to the side. Let's start up to the ladies first. We have a veteran Calypsonian songwriter, United Sisters. She is, I've been following her for many years. So ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Miss Rowley. She is Tigress. How are you doing, Tigress? How is everything?
Good, thank you. And may I take this opportunity also to say Happy New Year to you and to Happy New Year to all your viewers and listeners.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And right at the bottom right here, he is he's everything. He's the bottle washer. He's the HNIC. He's everything. He is the founder of WAC Radio Trinidad. You know, you guys, you've been following WAC Radio. They've been doing so much virtual events, but that's not all he does. He's going to explain. He does a laundry list of things. Welcome, Mr. Kennedy. Philip Kennedy, how you doing?
You just christened me there, boy.
Yeah.
My name is Kenny Phillips. Huh?
Yeah, Kenny, so it's not Kennedy. So Kenny.
I love Kennedy.
Kennedy didn't derive from Kennedy.
No. My father is Kenneth. My uncle is Kenrick. My ex-uncle is Kenroy. My aunt is Kenora. My brother is Kent.
So
my son is KC. My other son is Kyle. My daughter is Keisha. My other daughter is Carice. It's a K thing.
And my grandson is?
My grandson is Keen Noah.
And my granddaughter is Kai.
My granddaughter is Kai. Okay? Keen Noah is Mr. Patterns. So
right.
Wheels on the bus. Right.
All right.
So
Mr. Philip. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year and thank you for having me here, man.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year, happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. And of course, last but certainly not least, if you could get back in his video, he is Mr. Kirk Sital. Are you there with us? We lost your video.
He blocked the audio in the video.
Yeah, we lost his video. I don't know if you can hear us. Kirk, could you hear us? In the meantime, guys, we're gonna try to sort out Kirk Sitahal audio and video, but you know him well. He was the former CEO of Spice Mass Corporation. Right now, he's the general manager of the Grenada Distillers Limited, bottlers of Clarkscourt rum and other fine products. Kirk is here with us. Kirk, are you still there? All right. We don't see Kirk audio. Kirk video is off. Kirk, are you back with us? All right. Kirk will come back in. So, guys, welcome to the show. Mr. Philip and Tigress, guys, thank you so much for coming and chat with us on this very important topic of Carnival 2020 and the new normal. So let's start with this one right here. Tigress, you're an artist. You've been doing this for a long time. When you look at COVID, how damaging or how damaged do you think the product is after COVID, the Carnival product? Or do you think it's damaged at all?
It all depends on how you want to put it and what you want to call damaged. Because what I saw is, yes, it happened. We are in a pandemic. Do we take this time to sit back and say, okay, when we're moving off from here again, how are we going to make sure that we get it right? Are we doing that? So we have all these opportunities. So this is how I see it, because it has also pushed us to another level where we have to rebrand and repackage ourselves. Take, for example, WAC radio is a perfect example of that, because some 23 months or so ago, they took that initiative of having these visual shows. So they have on all platforms where you could see the artists. There are artists that you may not have normally seen during the year, but you could go on there and see them. So to me, it is as narrow as it is wide. It all depends on what we do with it at the end of the day.
Interesting perspective. Kenny, what's your thought? Do you think that COVID damaged the brand, damaged the Carnival product at all?
Well, yes and no. Some people have this narrow view of Carnival, that Carnival is just jam and wine in the road. But Carnival is much more than that. Before you get to jam and wine in the road, there's so much work that has to be done for the whole year before people wind up. You understand? So I'll say yes to that, because if we're not having that wind up, then no work can get done. But let's look at the other parts of Carnival. There's music. People are doing their music as normal. Soca is coming out. Calypso is coming out. Beautiful soca is coming out, actually. And I think there's a twist now that if you don't have, in the Calypso's field, if you don't have a competition to sing for, then why sing? Which is the whole wrong concept of what Calypso is. You understand? So COVID did some damage, but it changed some perspectives. So I say the Carnival jump up and costume product may be damaged. But the other things like Calypso, pan, soca, chutney can still work if we think outside the box.
Well, we didn't have Carnival in 2020 in Trinidad this year.
You didn't have it. I had Carnival.
that is where I want to go with it. For a masquerader, because depending on who you ask about what is Carnival, you will get a totally different understanding, right? About Carnival, right? So from your perspective, how was Carnival and what was represented in 2020 in Carnival? And could that blueprint be something that could be used in the upcoming years if COVID were to exist as it is right now?
Who you posing that question to?
Jump on it.
Right.
I really want to
ask that question again.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get Kirk. Kirk, are you there? Guys, let's try to get Kirk on.
Kirk plug the audio inside the video and disappear.
Yeah. Kirk, if you want to jump out and come back in, because we want to get your input. We haven't even introduced Mr. Kirk Sitterhall. Guys, we're speaking about Carnival. We're speaking about the brand. We're speaking about the brand itself, Carnival, and what it looks like and what it may look like from now or possibly in the future. And if the brand itself is damaged, and what could be done if it's damaged to reconstruct and rebuild the brand. But we want to get Kirk on this here, 718-701-5720, guys. So save the number. You're going to call in a little bit later once we open up the phone line. Kirk, are you there with us? All right, he's not there. I don't know if Kirk will come back. All right. So the question is, what happened in 2020? In 2020, Trinidad, Kenny.
2020, there was no street parade. Right. 2020 and 2021. Right, because we're going in just so you say 2020, it's 2022. We're going into it. So this is 23 months now. So almost 23 months. Yeah, of lockdown, basically. Carnival lockdown. 2020, we had a season.
Yes, there was Carnival.
We just escaped. We escaped, right? So we say 2021, no Carnival, right? No mass on the street. There was Calypso. From my perspective, there was Calypso. There was soca. There was, I'm not really a chutney player in the game, but they had chutney. They had virtual chutney, soca monarch. There was normal soca monarch. They had almost everything except for fets and mass on the street. So the product has changed. And we have to accept that, hey, this is the change, this is the new normal, and we have to look to work with it and try and monetize it how best we can.
Right, right. From Tigress, you as an artist, because you might see things, you might have experienced the carnival different to other artists. How did it affect you as an individual playing your craft as an artist?
Well, for me, I am in COVID mode quite a number of years now. Why am I in COVID mode quite a number of years now? I am coming from the angle of a calypsonian. Calypso has reached to a junction where the only thing that Calypso strive on right now is competition. So while I sang and I was in the Calypso Monarch finals in 2019, in 2020, I took my own personal protest because they had two, and I'm just going there to tell you this. I took my own personal protest because they wanted 2 Calypsos. There is no life after Carnival for when you bring out 2 Calypsos. And this was what I said in my initial introduction just now when I said it is for us to sit back now and look and see how do we go from here. Whether or not we want to face it, this is the new normal. It might be abnormal. How do we go from here? I sat down for the past few weeks and I looked at St. Kitts, where they celebrated 50 years of Mass. They had the Queen Show. They had everything. But the artists come, you sing, they have it limited, and you go home. Maybe we have to now look at it and see if that's how we decide to go about it. Carnival, just like Kenny said, it is not, and he's saying it mildly when he's saying it's not just jumping up. It's not just man whining on man, woman whining on woman, and that's not just that. It is so much more. There are people who this is what they live by. This is the only, not the only time that they make an income, but for them that this is the time that they shine. And Marvelous Marva had the song. After those weeks, it is salt.
5 weeks and salt.
5 weeks, then salt.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, for the past 23 months,
23 months
it
of salt.
is salt. How do we move off from there? How do we make it not salt for these artists? How do we do that? That is the junction that we are at. That is a governmental question that until the government respects the artists, respect our culture and what we do, it cannot go anywhere.
All right. All right. Let's try to bring in Kirk again. I want to get Kirk Sitahal on this conversation. Kirk, are you hearing us now? Nah, he went again. We're unable to connect with Kirk Sitahal. Again, the former CEO of Spice Mass Corporation, and with his insight on and ideas of how it ran before, so we could have kind of analyze what advice he have for this new period. With this current construct, say COVID-19 were to stay present for the next 2 years or so, right? Do you think that the mindset of people in the way how they celebrate would change? Because I heard a lot of people who have fallen off. There have been a lot of people who even said that they don't know. They don't feel like they want to be a part of this whole celebration, but they kind of fall off on the sideline. Are you getting that? Are you getting that feedback that people are just getting either just falling away from it? Soca artists, a lot of them are vlogging and doing all other things. Do you get the idea that people are just moving in a different direction and not even studying and focusing on Carnival?
No.
No. No.
No.
No. When you see them say people vlogging, right? What do you think they're vlogging for? That's the new stage.
Yeah.
You understand? It's innate in them. It is I have to perform.
Right.
It is a living vibration,
Definitely.
rooted deep within we Caribbean
Caribbean
melody.
melody.
That's
Yes.
the only way to describe
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, Kirk, are you there now?
Yes,
All right,
Junior.
Kirk, all right. Okay, Kirk, you're there. Keep it right there. I know we can't see you. We can't see you, but we can hear you. Right? Kirk, you hearing me?
I could see all you, but I can't hear you all.
You can't hear nothing at all?
How you
I'm
answer?
hearing you now.
Okay. All right. Good.
Okay, Mr. Sita Hal, did you put on the headphone?
Listen, Junior, who send them headphones to me? Eh?
Don't use the
okay, just
headphone.
put
You
it
was
off.
going good until you use the headphones.
Yeah, so take off the
All right.
headphones. Take off the
Take it
headphones.
off.
Unplug it.
Send it
Yeah.
back.
Take it
Send
out.
it back?
You plug it in the video port.
All right, so we're getting Kirk on this real quick, guys. In fact, let me just jump to a quick break, and when we come back, hopefully we get Kirk all set up and ready to go. Don't move. We'll be right back.
Do you feel sick? Are you unsure? Or need to travel, but can't afford the long, exhausting lines? Then you need to be tested for COVID-19. Here at All Pro Health Lab, you can schedule your appointment online. No wait, no lines, no hassle. And get your results back in 30 minutes or less. Call now to find out more. 516-828-1808. Our agents are always ready to help. Hear why everyone is talking about All Pro Lab. It's quick, efficient, and tests are guaranteed in 30 minutes or less with full certification. Check us out online at allprolab.com or call 516-828-1808. All Pro Health Lab. Call today.
All right, guys, we are back here and we're speaking Carnival. And of course, Kirk has gone again, and it's very, very important that we had him a part of the conversation, but he don't look as if he's going to work. Okay, here you go. I think we're seeing him now.
Okay, no headphones.
All right, Kirk, we're seeing you now. Thank you so much.
No headphones.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Kirk. Kirk, welcome. Kirk, I wanted to find out, you from former CEO of Spice Mass Corporation, right? I want to find out if you think from a Grenada perspective, or what do you think about the damage that COVID had placed on the brand Carnival?
The damage on the brand. I don't think the brand has damaged Junior. I think that we are dealing with a new phenomenon, which is COVID. Generally, the population everywhere is split 50-50 in terms of vaccination, in terms of not vaccination, in terms of border closure, in terms of not closing the border, in terms of opening up the airport to tourists, in terms of closing the airport to tourists. The truth and the fact is that we have to find some sort of medium, because for the past 2 years, the culture itself has suffered. So I really can't tell you it's damaged the brand. The brand is a good brand. The brand is a regional brand. Spice Mass is an international brand. Spice Mass is a brand that's growing. Even though we've not been able to have the festival here in Grenada, our artists are out there trailblazing, and they are the ones that are doing marketing of the product. So I won't say the brand has been damaged. I think we have to rebrand now in terms of deciding the way we go forward with the new normal.
Right. Yeah. And that's important. Now, looking forward within this particular season of Carnival, we've heard that there have been some proposal. Or Kenny, if you could bring us up to speed on what's the proposal for Carnival 2022 in Trinidad?
From what I heard, it's something similar to what happened in Miami, and it's a safe zone carnival. I think there are 3 proposed safe zones. Now I'm talking, everything is rumor. There has been, we don't know anything. We don't know, the proposal is going before the powers that be right now. And we just waiting to hear. It's a safe zone carnival. It's supposed to be at 3 venues: Brian Lara Stadium, 1, Queens Park Savannah, 2, and I think the stadium and Gene Pier Complex. That's 3, where you will jump up in your thing and go. The wheels on the bus go round and round and round and round, and and play your mass. And you could only get in if you're vaccinated, as Miami did, only if you're vaccinated, etc., etc. And to me, they are just thinking about jumping up. Where they're making proposals to the powers that be for the jump up, right? Mind you, the jump up and the costume and stuff makes a lot of money, right? I know bands make $10 million, real money. But to be that they're focusing on jump up, and they really have they really offer nothing for the singers, even the stick fighters, even the chutney artists, even the pan men,
The PA
because
system, man.
they have not discussed anything other than going around Brian Lara Stadium. That's all they're thinking about. Whereas we could have done all these other shows virtually, and whereas now we get into that area now. Listen, the audience is now at home, can't come out.
Right.
So
Right.
what do? Carry the show to them. And whereas in San Fernando you would have 1,000 people in the place and they would have score, you put that thing virtually when you have 10,000 people. You know how much subscribers RideAlong have. You understand me? One
Right.
show could give you 5,000 people, and a big show is 1,000 people on the ground. We have to now think differently. I'm not getting that perspective from the powers that be at all.
I guess one of the question might be in that setup, how does it monetize, and would it be as economical? Right? Because everybody thinking about their pockets at the end of the day. Yes, you're gonna bring it virtual. You take an event, you bring it virtual. What about the person who's selling fried chicken? What about the vendors?
So,
what I mean?
before you even get to the vendors, what are the vendors doing right now? So you sit down and wait 23 years to find out to wonder now if Carnival happening? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You had to do something. You had to do something. And now you raise the important point of monetization. How do we monetize this thing? And nobody's addressing it. Nobody's even trying.
Nope.
In fact, no, I guess. One person trying, one person doing it. Okay? And I leave it right there.
Yeah.
Until
Go ahead. Yeah.
the fact is, until we start to look at Carnival as CENTS, that sense, not SEN, must make that first. We don't think that. As soon as we start to think that it must make sense, CENTS. Until we think that, we are going nowhere fast.
Kirk, do you think that in Grenada, a virtual carnival, the mindset to have a virtual carnival will be something that will be entertained for the powers that be for a Spice Mass 2022?
Junior, I definitely think that it is something that is being considered. I think that we also have to understand the gist of Spice Mass and Carnival altogether. It's emancipation, and people are emancipated around Carnival time. I'm probably not talking about slavery, but the frustrations of your work, the frustrations of your wife or your husband, all the different frustrations that you bank up during the year, those 2 days are the days you really let it out. So there is a whole psychological and sociological issue here with Carnival not happening. Now, I looked at the document from Trinidad and I saw that they were proposing to do some of those shows but not do the parade. And in essence, the mass of people want the parade. You saw what has happened the past 2 years, even though there was a no carnival, Juve still happened junior. Okay. In terms of virtual, I think that it is possible. I know that it's possible. Some of the shows definitely can be done virtually. I'm sure we could do the Soca Monarch virtually. We saw Judah do it in 2020. We can do the March Gras virtually. We can do Panorama virtually. We could probably do Camboulay virtually as well. Okay. But just as you mentioned before, there is an economical issue that has to be discussed because I'm not sure that you're going to get the same sort of revenue via the streaming platforms that you would get from an actual event like Soca Monarch. So there has to be a discussion and a middle ground found between the bodies that are in charge of the festival and the stakeholders. Prices may not have to be the same. There is a discussion that has to happen, Junior.
Yeah. Veronica Pascal is saying here that people dying from COVID, so markets is being affected, but here we're talking about Carnival. And that's what I was kind of learning to earlier when I said that people kind of went past.
But
and-
Junior, she's absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's why I told you, I said the population, it doesn't matter if it's Trinidad, it doesn't matter where it is, Grenada. We are split down the middle. Okay, now I hear the talk of a safe zone. What is a safe zone? Explain to me what is a safe zone. A safe zone is a place that only vaccinated people go to. It has been proven, and I am all for vaccination. Everybody go out there and get vaccinated. But it has been proven that even though you're vaccinated, you could spread the virus. And even if you've had the virus once, like yourself, Junior, you could get it again. So you see, there's a bigger conversation. What is a safe zone?
Yeah. Again, guys, we want to get your voices on this conversation. We're speaking about Carnival. We're speaking about 2022 and beyond. I know that there are some symposium going on. Even Carrico is planning and seeing what could be done in terms of the Carnival. But so we ought to take the idea, the whole approach to going forward, and we put it in Kenny Phillips' hand. Kenny, what would be your idea? The setup, the arrangement, how Carnival would run 2022.
Okay.
It's your world.
Okay. In my world, I agree with Mr. Sitahal. The conversation has to be had. The thinking has to change, The thinking has to change. The money will change. The sponsorship is different because now if we go in virtual, I as a let's say I'm a beverage company, a rum company, right? I may not want to sponsor a virtual event because my beverage is only on the ground in Trinidad or only on the ground in Grenada. So therefore, if you're virtual, you gotta look for a beverage that is all over the world. So therefore, you have to look at different markets and look at different products to bring in as main sponsors. Cool? That's one. That to me, sponsors will come because you could now do airline companies, international monograms, blah blah blah. Things international things to sponsor. Because with all of that, if you do a virtual Soca Monarch, a virtual Calypso, people and you market it properly, people will want to see it because they have nothing else.
Right.
And it is not just Trinidad on the ground or Grenada on the ground. It's everywhere. It is the world. The world is now the marketplace. But you just have to make sure everybody knows. I get argument from my son all the time. He say, "Daddy, you have to stop marketing to yourself." I
Thank
like, brother man, I cool with myself, I good. My little audience, I can handle that. He said, no, you have to advertise, you have to go out, you have to go out there. I said, when I go out there, who handling all that work? It's me. Leave me, let me market to myself and let me know my little audience, and I good. He said, no, you got to go out. And so therefore, with this new project that we do in Tigress and myself, the new Back Calypso Coliseum, which is the Calypso, all the Calypso tents, or in fact, 99% of the Calypso tents, and on my stage, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we are now going, we are on 6 different platforms, 3 TV stations, why I just said that, 3 TV stations, and 1 radio, or a radio and half a TV kind of station. So we are marketing on everybody, and we're going out. I'm going out there. In fact, I have an interview in the morning on a television station. So
Right.
my son tell me I had to go, so I go in.
You're going
When
out.
I have plenty work to do and I call him to come and help me, he go tell me no. But that's all right. That's okay. But
Yeah.
we're going out there, and we now we virtualizing the thing in to the max now, because we've been virtual for a long time.
Yeah. And that is fine. The virtual world is fine, but there are some people that just so fed up with the virtual thing. They just want to just break wherever they're COVID fatigue, and they just want to break out. And to the point, and I want to jump to Tigress now. Artists, right? One artist told me the other day he ain't performing in no virtual show again. He fed up with it. He don't perform, he don't sing in no virtual show. Furthermore, the artists haven't put out any new songs. Have you seen this format where artists are just we're not hearing regular music coming out from your favorite artists. They're not coming out. Tigress, speak to that.
Okay, again, while it have those that's saying that, it have those that's going to the studio and making new music. I am not making any new music. If I ask you, what did I sing in 1997? You can't tell me. I have songs, and this is what I was talking about with the Calypsonians. We have enough material. Calypso is the only music where annually you have to come with a new song, and you cannot even make it sound anywhere close to the song that you sang the year before, because John Public is going to say that song in something like what you sing last year. We are the only one that have to produce this wealth of music. We have music. Now, don't get me wrong. I applaud whoever want to go ahead and do new music. I applaud them. Hats off to them. I have enough music that I could carry on with music now, and I have plenty other artists who could do that. I applaud for whoever doing it, but I'm not doing it. But yes, I heard people say that I'm not doing anything virtually again. But we also have to recognize this is what it is. We are in a pandemic. We have to recognize that.
Yeah.
If I could jump in here on this same point, a lot of people want to do the same thing. A lot of people not accepting the change, not accepting that we have to change.
We have to.
I get so much flack. Tigress can tell, I get so much flack for my virtual shows. Artists saying, what? You taking too much money from the people, boy. You taking too much money. But I have set up a platform, stage, lights, PA, advertising. You know everything. What you come into me with is your talent. Okay? Right. You just come in with your song and your talent. Everything is there. And we putting it out there, right? And somebody saying that percentage you taking is too much. I say, but then you do it by yourself.
But I would jump in, and I would say, as me, the artist, while I hear people say that, I have sat at the table and I could say otherwise. When I say I could know, the first person that will jump on anybody for Kenny Phillips is Tigress. And everybody know that. They say, don't say not take Kenny. But when something is said, and I could speak with conviction, because the music that has to be aired, there have to be a payment for that.
Right.
There is different apps and different digital ocean. Now, Kenny, I could talk like a
You
big
can talk big now.
I could talk big now. You have so many different elements that brings this together to make this a show, that if you really add it up, is really about, could be 60-40. But we're taking it 50-50. We're taking it 50-50.
Yeah,
Let us not go there.
I did a little forensics, and I check it out to see what's the expenses of a virtual show.
Yes,
And with conservative figures per show, a little show in my stage, a little show, conservative, very conservative, $25,000 easy.
Right.
Yes.
Easy.
Yeah, it still costs. Kirk, if you were at the helm right now and had to make the decision going into 2022 Carnival, what are some of the top agenda items that you would deal with?
Well, I think the first agenda item has to be the safety of the people of the country. Okay, that has to be the paramount first item on the agenda. I keep hearing about safe zones. I don't know what a safe zone is.
There is no
so
such
that is something personally I am out. I'm not even considering that. I do believe that the shows can be done virtually, but I believe that there needs to be compromise on both sides, on the side of the artists and the stakeholders, as well as on the side of the organizing body responsible for the event. When you touch on sponsorship, I think virtually it provides a bigger platform for brands to get their products out there. It does not, unlike a regular show, you are, and I will say, for example, you are selling drinks on the night, and you're selling your drink because you've paid to sponsor the event. So we know that it's your brand that's going to be there. So you have that immediate return from a live event. From a virtual event, you don't have that. Because you can't control what a consumer sitting in front of his television is going to consume to get him in the mood for the virtual event. But you are also given a platform, okay, to target a wider audience, for an audience to pay attention to your brand, because you could have all the branding up in the stadium on the night of the show and they didn't see one of it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's twofold, and I think that COVID has provided us with an opportunity to look at both worlds: the live event, how we can do it to keep people safe, and how we can take advantage of the virtual world as well.
Well said.
Yeah. I think so. I think of what a lot of people are looking at, because as I said earlier, if you ask 10 different people, a masquerader, a politician, a mass band leader, and someone like Kenny, Philip, you'll get a different perspective. You go get a different answer. A politician will say, well, Carnival is about the economics of people coming in, traveling from everywhere, they're spending money, and that get ingested into the economy, and then everybody benefit. People buy gas, they drive in, they rent in places. That is Carnival for someone that's looking at it from an economical perspective. A mass player will be like, yo, I just want to jump up. I just want to play mass. A jab will be like, I just want to play jab. Someone like you, Kirk, who runs one of the biggest bottling company, beverage company, alcohol company in Grenada, you want to sell as much products as possible. You want to get your products out in the eyes of people to pick it up, and you want people to take products back to the country as well. So everybody that you ask about different perspective on it. But with the virtual event, with the virtual setup, it seems a lot of people might say the only people that's benefiting from it is the person who is putting it on. And potentially, if you have global advertisers who has banners and posters that could benefit from it in that kind of way. But do you think that this might be the way that that's going to be Carnival now? Do you think that is going to be the
might? You saying might? Might?
That is.
This is
Let
where
me
we
tell
are.
you all something. It ain't might. I know my people. and my people are revelers. Okay, so as soon as you hear the all clear, we are going to be back on the streets. But that is when I believe that the
Exactly.
virtual event has to be part of the new normal now when COVID is no longer, because Junior, it provides a beautiful marketing avenue for people who can't come to your island for Carnival.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For the Grenadian or the Trinidadian who longing to go home for Carnival, but they can't go for Carnival, but they could watch it in their homes. So it's not one or the other. It's how we
They
find
got this together.
balance.
Yeah.
And I know the discussion today is about what happens in 2022. And I'm hearing talk about a safe zone. I'm hearing talk about having events where people, only vaccinated people, are able to attend. Um, you know, but we also have to look at the biggest picture, the economic part of the picture. Countries have been suffering, not only the person who would have been selling a soft drink or a fried chicken on the road, everybody, even the government coffers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
How
know,
Yeah.
how
so
how do
I
you
am looking forward to the discussion on Saturday, um, being hosted by the Spice Mass Corporation, because I think it's going to bring people from all different walks and all different stakeholders in the mix to really discuss the way forward.
but this is the
Because the
difference
vendor
between
is
y'all,
hurting.
the difference between y'all and us. Y'all having a discussion.
What's that?
This is the difference between Spice Mass and Trinidad Mass.
Uh-huh.
Y'all are having a public discussion. Is it
Yeah, and
public?
I have to commend the new CEO, Ali Gill, and I have to commend, not the CEO, the chairman, Ali Gill, and of course the chairman, Kelvin, because he is doing a fantastic job. This needs to happen. We've got to bring the stakeholders together. We've got to be honest about the situation, not be selfish as an artist and
Le-
thinking, well, listen, I need to make money. So if they can't pay me that price, I'm not taking part. We all have a stake in what happens with Spice Mass
Let me
or Carnival everywhere.
let me
And
give
we
you a little
all have to
anecdote.
understand that we're not operating under normal times.
Let me give you a little anecdote to the safe zone.
Uh-huh.
There was a show. There was a show recently at a safe zone. When they hired me to come and stream the show, they say, "Listen, make sure you have your paper, your vaccination card. Make sure everybody, your whole crew must be vaccinated. Your whole crew must have their card. This is a safe zone, and blah blah blah." And they just stress the safe zone, safe zone, safe zone. I say, okay, cool. I have that. I have that. This one. Everybody have it? Right. Let's go. When we pull up at the front gate of the venue, and I'm not calling the venue name, pull up to the
Mhm.
venue, I say, all the fellas pull out all your thing because you know they coming for we card. Hi, we from WAC Radio. We come to stream this show, pay-per-view. They say, oh, WAC Radio is your name, Kenny Phillips. Okay, drive in the back there. I say, okay. No card asked for. All right,
Mm-hmm.
no problem. Drive
Mm-hmm.
around the roundabout, go in the back, pull up. A guard come to me. I say, all right, card now. Because I'm waiting because it's a safe zone. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, safe zone is a big thing.
Mhm.
We getting the card, jack up now. Boom. He said, some what you come to do? Right. Open the gate here, bring the trolley, roll inside, bam, bam, bam. Everybody roll inside. We pack up, we set up. Ting. Show start. Eh? We do the whole show. Thing run nice, it done. Right. Trolley come, roll outside. Bam, 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 packing up. The guard come. I'm gentlemen. This is me going home, eh?
Uh,
Gentlemen. I say, this is it here. Card time. Gentlemen, did you all bring all that equipment? I said, yeah. So how am I will know that is the equipment all you bring? I said, this is what we bring. Okay, well then tell me what you bring. And I'm gonna do a whole forensic of the equipment that we bring. You understand? Spend a good 20 minutes. You bring this, you bring that, you bring this, da. Okay, cool. All right, all can go.
So much for the
No,
safe zone.
so much for the safe zone. Nobody asks for nothing. And this is Trinidad. You understand? And that is what's going to happen with the safe zones.
Yep.
And it's going to be, look, I go buy a card, you know, I want to jump up, I go buy a card. So what, you
And
know,
then we're gonna text it to each other.
yeah, boy. Wow. It ain't making no sense. So I'm just saying they had to do, if they had to do an enforcement of safe zone, they had to come better than that. Right? If it's really going to help, come better than that. You can't tell me it's a safe zone and I'm already with my card and when I reach there, nobody in care. So what it is, you know? But that's just my experience. Other people could be different. But you know, that was my first and safe zone experience.
What about the push? What about the push to have the diaspora come in and be a part of the celebration? Do you think that that is something that should be encouraged? Because you have a whole set of people now coming down from all over with
where?
all over the place.
How? On a boat? How?
Well, Kirk, do you think that that should be a component? Because again, we're looking at people, looking at Carnival, we're looking at being a part of the celebration. Now you're going to tell the diaspora, okay, you guys don't come. We're having Carnival, but stay where you is. Don't come. It might as well say we don't have Carnival at all.
Junior, Carnival is about revelry and it's about people. Okay? We know the world over, you can't jump on a plane unless you're vaccinated. There are all the precautions on the airport, everywhere you go. So I'm a little lost at where you're going with this. I don't know. You can't tell a Grenadian don't come home.
Well,
I don't understand where you're going with it. Maybe you need to explain it a little better for me.
no, what I'm saying is it okay? Say the Spice Mass Corporation were to say, okay, we have Carnival 2022, right? Would the blueprint for the mass be it's an open experience? Come celebrate Spice Mass 2022. Everybody just come and be a part of it. Or do you think that they should impart some kind of restrictions? No. Based on restriction, I'm saying that should it be open for all? Everyone come and celebrate. Because there are countries that celebrate Carnival, but it's blocked out to anyone else from coming in and celebrate. It's just them by themselves. They're not. There was I don't have that the country, but I know that there was a celebration that it was open only to the country, and people wasn't allowed to come in and celebrate. And I can get permission.
Junior,
Yeah.
Junior, 3/4 of our artists live in the diaspora. Okay? Maybe 3/4 of our masqueraders live in the diaspora. Okay? There is no carnival without the diaspora being involved.
Thank
Right.
Punto final.
you. Exactly.
Oh, one second. I just lost you there. Kirk. Guys, let me just fix my headphone piece here. We'll just take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't move.
Do you feel sick? Are you unsure? Or need to travel, but can't afford the long, exhausting lines? Then you need to be tested for COVID-19. Here at All Pro Health Lab, you can schedule your appointment online. No wait, no lines, no hassle. And get your results back in 30 minutes or less. Call now to find out more. 516-828-1808. Our agents are always ready to help. Hear why everyone is talking about All Pro Lab. It's quick, efficient, and tests are guaranteed in 30 minutes or less with full certification. Check us out online at allprolab.com or call 516-828-1808. All Pro Health Lab. Call today.
Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.
Hi guys, and we are back in the winning stage of the program. We're talking here with Kirk Sitahal, of course, Tigress, and Mr. Philip
Yes, sir.
there.
Yes, sir.
And let's give some closing advice, Mr. Kirk Sitahal, if you will, for the powers that be right now. Some advice into going into the discussion right now, 2022 Carnival, some of the top priority items that they need to look at.
I think that the advice that I would give is that they have to bear in mind that Spice Mass is part of the Grenadian psyche. Okay? It's an emotional thing. It's who we are as a people. Okay? It mightn't augur well for everybody because I said the population split 50-50 on every issue. But I think we have to take into account the fact that the majority of people benefit when Spice Mass happens. Whether it's the vendor, whether it's the hotel worker, the majority of our people work in the tourism sector. Okay? So everybody's affected one way or the other. On top of that, Spice Mass is our emancipation, as I said. And it's not slavery as somebody beating you with a whip. It's the new slavery. You're fed up with your job. You hate your boss. You're fed up with your husband or your wife. You can't pay your car payment. You can't do something. Carnival is your time to let loose and get all of this thing out. Okay? I think the powers that be have to understand the emotional impact not having Carnival has on the people of Grenada. And I know there are people going to disagree because you're going to church and you're doing all sorts of different things. I have no problem with you. We could agree to disagree. But a vast amount of the population, there is an emotional toll that it takes when you cannot express yourself or you cannot free up yourself. And things haven't been normal. We've been inside for the longest while. Okay? We've been trapped behind masks. And we're not in the US in cold climates. Okay? We're walking in serious degrees with masks where we can't even breathe. That probably in a couple of years' time, we'll all have respiratory issues, even when COVID is gone. People are stressed. And I just want them to bear in mind that there is an emotional toll that has happened to the people of Grenada over the past few years without there being Spice Mass. Yes, I would like them to explore the virtual events because I think that's the way to go. But I would also need them to explain to me what a safe zone is.
Yeah, yeah. Kenny, you wanna?
Well, I agree with everything Mr. Sital says. I understand what a safe zone is. I just don't feel there's
Well, I know
merit
you
in
understand it, but to me it ain't safe.
it. Right. I am thinking that there should have been the powers that be should have been encouraging the people on the ground to contribute to pay for virtual events. We have a way where we in the islands, I'm not talking about the people in the metropolis where Junior is living and where Tigress is living, but people on the ground in Trinidad, and I'm sure people on the ground in Grenada, don't have that culture of paying for virtual events. They like the freako thing. Hey, give me a complimentary. I come in. Hey, give me a code now. Give me something free now. And they don't understand that this is how we are working now, and this is how we have to survive. So there should have been some kind of reasoning that way to, hey, you want a show? This is how you pay for it. And those same people go out to the metropolis and want to see a boxing match, and want to see this, and want to see that. They pay. They're just home. We have this attitude that, yeah, freako thing, boy, we will get that. I'll get a code. I'll get this. I'll get a complimentary.
Right.
But we need to now understand this is how we are working. We're working virtually, so support. If you want to see the thing survive and stay alive, support. Support your art form. If you're real, everybody say, hey, I'm a real carnival man. I love me calypso and I love me this, but they ain't spending a cent.
Right.
But they calling themselves lovers of the art form. You understand? So there's another thing we should have been gearing people to understand. You want to watch this? Pay for it. But all we're doing is sitting down and waiting. Right now, all the artists and everybody sitting down and waiting for the government to say, look this. So if they never say anything, we'll never do anything. Where are we?
Yeah, yeah. And Tigress, your advice for the powers that be structuring?
First of all, the powers that be cannot say what happened in Miami is safe and we could go with that. That is so wrong. I lived in the state of Florida. I have been part of it, and there were people that boasted to me that they got in because they text each other a vaccination card.
Wow.
So I totally agree with Mr. Sitahal. What is a safe zone? What we have to do is exercise precautionary measures. That's what we have to do. And when you sell tickets in what you call your venues, that your controlled venues, that's what you have to do. Have controlled venues. If that venue is only going to be able to accommodate 500 people in that area, after that, it's virtual. And that's where I think we should be headed. But we are not really thinking anything. We are just waiting to hear what is going to happen. And everybody's just waiting to hear what kind of purse they are going to collect. But
Yeah.
it is sad. It is sad, and I hope this is the avenue that we go down, because there is no such thing as a safe. Nothing is safe anymore.
Yeah, nothing. You're right. You're right.
Nothing
I
is
guess you
safe
can end on
anymore.
this note. We have a question here by Giselle, and I guess that they're throwing that one at you, Kenny. She said, "What are the recommendations to get Caribbean people to consume digital live virtual content?"
What? Wow. 1 second. Why? I need to understand. Right. I was taking off a program off of the air there, right? So,
Right.
what is the recommendations to get Caribbean people to consume digital live content?
Look at what Calypso is.
Yeah. We've had
Because
over
it's
200.
covering the Caribbean.
It's covering the Caribbean. We've had over 220 shows since the lockdown, which have been April 2020. April 2020, right? And we've had almost everybody, barring the people who are sponsored by the big big sponsors. We've had most everybody, and most of them say that this is the only place they really perform. They have performed and get to perform. Some people doing the virtual thing in the gallery, and that's the problem. Doing the virtual in a kind of haphazard kind of, you know what I mean, in the garage, and you just pull out a phone and then you want people to pay for it. That's the problem. If you're doing it, you have to do it right.
Right.
How can you attract a sponsor if you
Houdini.
have with a phone? You need to Tigress Pelton, Big Stone. Be yourself. Right?
So
But-
come correct, come with quality, come with
Yeah.
come with good production.
Yep.
Come straight.
Come straight,
Alright.
come good. Come where
Yeah.
people will want to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when a company like Mr. Sital company brand on that product is being seen over and over for that's it, forever and ever. Amen. So therefore it's worth the sponsorship. Anybody even cut it out, they cut out a little piece and they put it here. The branding is still there. So it is worth it.
Yeah.
And it's a new thinking. And that's our problem, thinking out of the box and thinking a different way. People still thinking of Carnival as the way how it was, and singing Calypso and thing as the way it was. It's no longer that way.
Nope.
We had to change. We had to think, hey, we have to pivot and get into a new zone and understand this is how it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is
All
how
right.
it is.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Kirk Sitahal, Tigress, and Kenny.
Junior, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I have a bone to suck with Kenny.
To
Hey,
suck.
go ahead.
To suck.
Listen, and maybe Tigress too.
Say pick.
Oh,
Say
oh,
pick.
come on,
I
darling.
am
Let me get my
fingers
glasses to see
crossed.
the sucking.
That you have your carnival in the next month and so. Because I'm hearing talk from your government level about a summer festival I'm telling you, no way. August festival, around the time that Spice Mass takes place annually. That's a conversation we need to have, eh?
Yeah. But you hearing more than we?
Well, listen, I read in your papers all the time. You probably need to buy one.
No, but all that is speculation. They don't have a
Listen,
definite nothing.
listen to when your prime minister talk. You probably don't listen to him.
Not much, no.
No, but the talk is there, and I want you to know, no, we ain't going down that road.
I heard that talk too, but I didn't think it was serious.
Well, it can't be a serious talk.
That cannot be serious.
All right, well, once you're clear on that,
as long as they can't make me and Scholar lines cross at the same time.
Exactly. Well, look at that.
No.
All right, guys, thank you so much, guys. We go look into that. But that can't happen. That can't happen. Plain and simple.
Let's make sure it's not happening.
Yes,
I like that. It's not
because let me tell you something. If that summer festival happen in August, whether COVID go and they have Carnival in February, they gonna still have a festival in August again. It ain't happening.
Long term. They're thinking long term when they go change up the game. But we're gonna look at it. All right. Kenny, I know you got a wrap. You got a show to do coming up soon.
Yeah.
Keep in touch, you guys.
Yes, and we could come back and talk about Beyond the Borders Calypso Crew.
Beyond the Borders Calypso. Yes, and we have the flyer. We're gonna post the flyer to give you guys all the information. Kenny, just give us some real quick information on it. I'm gonna post the flyer under this show.
Well, Beyond the Borders Calypso Crew is one of the Calypso tents under the WAC Calypso Coliseum. We have about 6 Calypso tents, and it's running every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night at 7 o'clock. We ask for contributions where we're giving the artists and them pay. We are paying the artists. We're making work, okay? And they have to sing an old song, one of their best songs, and a new song. And newish. Whoever do have a new song, a newish song. So it's not competition based. It's entertainment based. So they're singing. They could sing any good kaisog, any good soca, anything to entertain. It's not about singing for the crown. It's to entertain the people. So we're taking a whole different twist. It's 5 calypsonians or 6 per night. It's not 30-something song and half of them you don't know. The men who singing should be taking ticket by the door. But it's serious kaiso and soca. So the whole different twist on the kaiso game. So look out for it. Starting on the 14th and 15th of January.
On the 14th of January, it starts the Calypso Showcase. On the 15th is the Calypso Review. So
we have Calypso Showcase, Calypso Review, Kaiso Caravan. We have the Masters, Kaiso Masters out of Tobago. We have about 6 Calypsos. And we introducing a brand new entity called the Beyond the Borders, which is the Calypsonians from outside of the shores of Trinidad and Tobago. Don't call me foreigner. You know that song? Yeah. Tigers and them.
Yeah. All right, listen. I'm definitely, we're going to be sharing it here on Ride Along. So if you guys want to be a part of it, check it out. If you can't find the link, which we'll place under the show as well, we're also going to share it on the program here on Ride Along. Kirk Sitahal, Kenny Phillip, and of course, Tigers. Thank you guys so much.
We appreciate it. Thank you for having us. Mr. Sitahal, it has been a pleasure.
Same here. Chat soon.
Yes, we'll do.
All right. All right, guys, thank you for watching our program today and being a part of our Thursday lineup. All right. Guys, I have to address something really quick. I see earlier, I saw earlier Lacey J and others were saying that we need to get back into the vehicle, right? And this is an interchangeable studio, you know, guys. So the program would be part studio, part vehicle. But the truth of the fact is right now the vehicle is getting a New Year touch-up, so it's not here. But as soon as it's back, we're going to be in studio and back in the ride, okay? So we're not entirely going to be in studio. We're going to be back and forth. All right? I know you guys like the studio feel. I know you guys like the SUV feel. And we have not abandoned the idea. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program and sharing this conversation here today. We're going to continue. There is a symposium to speak about Spice Mass 2022. Of course, there are proposals in Trinidad and Tobago as to what 2022 would look like and beyond. So keep it tuned. We're going to be updating everyone with all the information right here on the ride. Good night, guys. Catch you again tomorrow, where we're going to be playing, of course, Ride Trivia. I want to see you guys there tomorrow, 6 p.m. Same place, same time. Bye-bye. Good night.
Well, it's on RideAlong, so it's happening here.
Came over here. What does it mean? You know, I grew up in what I guess you call a typical family.
We break all the stories, and that's just a fact. And that's why everyone has a story to tell.
Ridealonglive, yeah, it's the real deal.
Do you feel sick? Are you unsure? Or need to travel, but can't afford the long, exhausting lines? Then you need to be tested for COVID-19. Here at All Pro Health Lab, you can schedule your appointment online. No wait, no lines, no hassle. And get your results back in 30 minutes or less. Call now to find out more. 516-828-1808. Our agents are always ready to help. Hear why everyone is talking about All Pro Lab. It's quick, efficient, and tests are guaranteed in 30 minutes or less with full certification. Check us out online at allprolab.com or call 516-828-1808. All Pro Health Lab.
Feeling hungry.